Joe, before we start, I just want to let you know that I'll just be jotting down some notes during our session, okay?
All right, that sounds good.
Okay, are you ready to begin?
I'm ready to begin.
Okay. Thank you for coming in today. What has made your decision to quit vaping?
Well, honestly, I'm feeling overwhelmed. I feel like vaping has become such a part of my life that it would be hard for me to live without it. And I just feel like the more I think about it, this is a step that I need to take in the right direction.
Okay, it's understandable to feel overwhelmed. A bunch of people that are trying to quit vaping have that same feeling, and you're not alone. What makes you think you need to stop vaping?
Well, I've been noticing that kind of lately at work and everything that I'm having trouble breathing. But yet I personally don't really feel that it has anything to do with vaping. But I know that I'm inhaling the vapes, and that's with my lungs, so it might have something to do with it. Plus, uh, I'd like to save some money because currently vaping, as much as I'm not able to save any money at all.
Okay, sounds like you have some good reasons to quit vaping. Um, on one hand, you say you're having breathing issues, and on the other hand, you say that you feel like vaping has nothing to do with your issues, your breathing issues. What do you think are causing your breathing issues?
Well, it could be work. It could be stress. It could be a number of different factors, but probably if I had to put a finger on one, or one or two, I would say it'd probably be work and the stress that is caused from the work that I do.
Okay. What will happen if you don't stop your vaping habits?
Well, obviously, if my breathing issues are caused by vaping, um, it could my breathing issues could get worse, and then also due to the amount of money that I'm spending every month on vapes, that I'm just going to be spending more and more money, and it's going to snowball.
Okay. Could you tell me more about what led you to consider quitting?
Well, probably the first thing that made me realize that I needed to quit was several months ago. I realized that I'm spending around $300 a month on vapes, and with all my bills, such as rent, such as power bills, such as water bill, my car insurance, that $300 that I'm spending on vapes should be going to my other bills, and it's not. And it's kind of putting me in kind of a financial bind. And then on top of that, here recently, I've noticed that I've had breathing issues, and so kind of connecting one and two together, I feel like that is those are the biggest factors that are making me want to quit.
Okay. Are you okay with talking about some pros and cons of vaping?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Well, can you tell me what are some of the good things about vaping?
Well, if I had to say that there was good things about vaping that I feel that vaping helps relieve my stress. Um, and personally, I feel like vaping tastes better than cigarettes, which I smoked cigarettes for several years before I became started vaping, and I feel like vaping helps time pass during the day, helps me get through, a long 12-hour shift at work. It's just something that I feel helps me mentally just get through the stresses that I encounter every day.
Okay, so you smoked cigarettes prior to vaping, correct?
Yes, I smoked cigarettes for probably about 10 years before I started vaping. Yeah, I'd say about 10 years.
Okay. Now, can you tell me some of the bad things about vaping?
Well, definitely some of the negative aspects of vaping are obviously the amount of money that I'm spending. And because that is interfering with my ability to pay bills and do things that I normally would do with that money. And then also, I feel that from what I've seen online and I've seen on different videos that vaping, just like cigarettes, is not good for your lungs. And so I feel like if I don't quit, that in the future it's just going to cause way more health issues.
Okay, it's understandable to be concerned about health issues, finances, and craving. It sounds like you are concerned about your vaping habits because it is impacting your health, your finances, and you feel overwhelmed by the idea of quitting. Where does that leave you?
Well, I know that vaping's not good for me, but I think that overall I'm scared of the withdrawals and the cravings because I've tried to quit before. I've tried to quit cigarettes before, and it just seems like something that is very hard and it's going to take a lot of time, and that's kind of put me into a mindset that's deterred me from quitting.
Okay. It's okay to feel uncertain about quitting vaping. It is a process, and we can take it one step at a time.
That sounds good.
Okay, can we start by you telling me what vaping provides for you and what you could get out of quitting?
Well, I'd say that that vaping provides to me. It helps me. It helps me relax. It helps me unwind from a long day. It helps me get through the day. Like I said, I work 12-hour shifts at a plant, and so vaping is something that seems convenient. It seems like something that can just get my mind off of whatever's going on at that moment in time. That will help me just get through these 12-hour shifts.
Okay, I am hearing that vaping serves you as a coping mechanism for your stress. What are some other ways you could manage your stress without vaping?
Well, probably some ways that or one or two ways that I think that I could help manage my stress without vaping would probably be deep breaths or breathing exercises. And then also, I've heard that exercising more, working out, going to the gym, walking my dog, walking my animals. I've heard that the more exercise you do, it will help you with the stress and things that I'm dealing with every day. So that might help alleviate the need to vape, is what I'm thinking.
Okay. Those are some great suggestions, and it is important to have healthy coping mechanisms and strategies in place. So, on one hand, you feel you need to quit for your health, but on the other hand, you are concerned about managing your stress, and it seems like you are in a difficult position.
Yes, exactly. I feel that every day that it feels like the walls are closing in around me, and that's what's ultimately led me to the decision that I need to quit. And I feel like if I quit sooner, it will just be more beneficial to me and my health in the future.
Okay. On a scale from 1 to 10 on your readiness to change, 1 being not ready at all, and 10 being ready to change, where are you right now?
I'd say right now on a scale from 1 to 10, I'd say I'm about at a 6. So I feel a little bit more open to change than I have in the past.
Okay, that's great. And where were you 6 months ago in terms of readiness to change?
6 months ago, I'd say I was probably just about at a 2. Not very open to changing at all. So I'd say probably about a 2.
Okay, so it seems like you went from not really being ready to change to being motivated to change.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. Now let's talk about your confidence on a scale from 1 to 10. 1 being you have no confidence about change, and then 10 being you have the most confidence about change. Where would you be right now?
I'd probably say my confidence is around a 3.
Okay, it's understandable. What can we do to get that 3 to a higher number?
Probably cutting back would help significantly.
Okay. So in order to build your confidence, we need to get you to where you can cut back.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, it seems you are ready to quit vaping. How have you been able to make that decision?
Well, the number one thing is I've just gotten tired of being dependent on the vapes, and I'm ready to free myself from this ball and chain.
Okay, so even though you haven't quit vaping yet, you do acknowledge you need help. How were you able to do that?
Number one, realizing the amount of money I see on my bank statements every month from the money I'm spending on vapes was the number one thing that kind of brought a red flag to me.
Okay, could you tell me what started you vaping?
I probably started vaping, partying and hanging out with my friends. I was smoking cigarettes, and I've always kind of detested the smell of the cigarettes and the taste of cigarettes, and the vape just kind of took away the smell and the taste of everything. And so, but probably definitely hanging out and partying with my friends.
Okay, so I'm hearing that you smoked cigarettes prior to vaping, and while you were partying with your friends, you seen everyone else vaping, so that had an influence on you as far as peer pressure.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, you have been trying to change, but you're still vaping.
Yes.
Maybe now isn't the time for change.
I personally disagree because I feel like I've taken a little step, and I think that if I just keep moving in the right direction, moving forward with things, I think I truly believe that I can overcome this.
Okay. Well, I think that you are ready for change. So let's work together on developing a personalized plan for you to help you quit vaping for good. How do you feel about that?
That sounds good to me, and I'm very open to it.
Okay. Well, at any point, if you need me, I'm here for you.
Thank you, Ashley. I appreciate it.
Okay.